Hey guys, it's Rodimus Primal. I'm back with another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about the possible return of Toys R Us to the US market. I have a lot to talk about, so sit back, relax, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. Okay, so if you don't already know, I have been talking about over the past year the fact that Toys R Us went into closure, they went into bankruptcy, they went under, and a lot of stores around the world, including here in the US and in the UK, Toys R Us is gone. And now it's just basically the burnt out vestige of what our childhood used to be. And it was really sad because I drove past my local Toys R Us today, and I was just saddened to see the building like just completely empty. And as I was driving past it, as you can see, I was brought back to when I used to work there way back in the day, and just how I used to go through the toy aisles to go searching for toys, because nowadays it's not the same trying to do a toy hunt. And just I really miss Toys R Us for that respect, because going to Targets and Walmarts, they never have anything in stock. And yeah, you can buy it online, but like just something about going into a toy store, finding what you're looking for, taking it off the shelf, looking at it and saying, yeah, this is what I want. And I just can't wait to get this thing home. And I know it's not the same, because, you know, you buy it online, then you get it and you're like, okay, yeah, I've got it. But not the same as going into the toy store and finding it. It's just something about the hunt. And as I was driving past that, of course, there was the Babies R Us, which used to be Kids R Us. And during the Halloween season was Spirit Halloween, because nothing says, you know, that your childhood is over when Spirit Halloween takes up your local toy store in there, you know, during the season. And it's just sad to see. Really was sad to see, because, you know, and now apparently Burlington is going to be moving to that particular Toys R Us. I don't know if it's going to be into the Toys R Us or the Babies R Us, but Burlington is coming to that location and taking over one of the stores. And it's really sad. And now, before I actually talk about the article about Toys R Us's return, I do want to talk about also the fact that I was on Michael Mercy's Toy Guys Talking, and, you know, he's a guy in Canada, and he has done a couple videos about the Toys R Us's in Canada and how they've really stepped up their game when it comes down to Toys R Us in Canada, because here in the US, they're gone. And as I was on his Toy Guys Talking video, if you want to hear me talk about Transformers for an hour and a half, it's a fun time. Really is a fun time, because he's a cool dude. And also, I have a post office box I got sent to me from my subscribers. Brandon Lusk in California, he sent to me, because he knows that my dad is a 9/11 survivor, sent me this with certificate of authenticity, a comic book about the first responders, the police and firefighter, and the ambulances and who all went to run right into the building on 9/11. My dad is a 9/11 survivor, so this really hit close to home, and this is going to be something very sentimental for us because of what my family's going through. He also sent me a copy of Shin Godzilla, which I'm really excited to see, because it is the latest Japanese-made Godzilla movie. And unfortunately, I have not seen it yet. I know it came out, I think, what was it, last year or the year before, and it was in theaters, and then it came out on Blu-ray, and I didn't get a chance to actually see it. And I've been told that it's really good. And I am talking about some Godzilla stuff on my second channel, which is Rodimus Primal Talks. And I'll be doing some Godzilla reviews there. It's probably where you'll see me talk about Shin Godzilla when I finally get a chance to sit down and watch it. I also got sent to me from Jordan Brown. He sent to me Siege Megatron. And this, I'm really excited to open up, because when I do, I'm going to be doing it as part of a review. And just like my G1 Starscream, I'm probably going to do like a Megatron extravaganza, but I'll probably do that after my next Transformers discussion video, which is coming soon. But now let's get into the article. Okay, so this article comes from the New York Post. It says here that Toys R Us plans to return for the holidays with downsized stores. Now, this came out on April 25th, which is about a week ago. And I know I'm a little bit late on this, but this is the first I've heard of it. I don't read the news quite a bit. I'm more into the toy stuff. And, it says Toys R Us is plotting a comeback, but with stores that are much smaller than the ones the iconic retail chain operated in the past. TRU Kids Brands. And that's a licensing firm that was formed last year from the creditors. So the people who were creditors for Toys R Us, they took over Toys R Us after they went bankrupt. Pretty much they handled their debt. And I guess with the bankruptcy, they're now able to pick themselves back up. And they own the Toys R Us and Kids R Us brands. So that's how they're able to make this comeback. And they're going to be opening up stores in a limited amount of locations with 10,000 square foot each. And the old stores, according to this, were 20,000 to 50,000 square feet. So the stores are going to be much, much smaller. It's probably going to be kind of like the mall size stores, I'm willing to bet. Or like if you go to just one of them smaller retail locations. And they're a little startup company. So they're not the same people who ran Toys R Us before. They're brand new people to this. And they probably have a memory about what Toys R Us meant to them. And they don't, they said we're a little startup company now, confirming the pint-sized store plans. There's no guesswork on their part about where to open stores because they know which ones perform the best. And here in New Jersey and Long Island were like the number one locations for a lot of Toys R Us stores. And those are the ones that always performed well, which is why they were probably the last ones to close down when it came down to it. And according to this, it says the U.S. TRU Kids operated Jeffrey's Toy Box pop-up stores inside 600 Kroger grocery stores during the holidays. I don't know where a Kroger is. I'm sure some of you guys probably see them in your area. In New Jersey, at least as far as I know, I've never ever heard of or seen a Kroger store. Even when I've traveled into other states, I've never heard of a Kroger store. So, it's kind of cool. I guess you have like a little Jeffrey's Toy Box area where toys are sold during, Christmas time. But it says that they're going to release more information in June. So by this time next month, maybe we'll find out a little bit more about what they're going to do as far as, Toys R Us is concerned. And we're going to see them make a slow comeback. I don't know if they're going to make the big comeback where they have giant stores like they used to have or the ones they have now in Canada. But we'll see. We'll see where they go. But I want to know what you guys think about this Toys R Us news. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. I have a new Transformers discussion video coming soon, so stay tuned for that. You can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram if you want. Help support me on Patreon. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.